Hi everyone. So today I wanted to talk especially to girls and women, but of course men are welcome to listen also. And may benefit some women in their lives. So I wanted to talk a little bit today about menstruation and cycles and things that I have found in my life that have really eased some of my suffering around this and helps me to improve my experience with menstruation. So I know in my culture, a lot of women and girls have a lot of hard, challenging problems around menstruation. Really painful stuff within their body, difficulties, severe cramps, irregularities, too heavy a flow, too little a flow, and I really don't think that it has to be this way for most of us. And so I wanted to share with you some things. So for me, I also experienced a lot of pain, irregularity, and suffering. And I'm certainly not an expert on this topic. I certainly don't always have a menstruation cycle that is completely free of pain. However, I have noticed some things that I can directly correlate to easing my pain and my suffering all this time and making it a lot smoother. And I want to share that with you. So, like I was saying, I used to experience a lot of hardship with it. I used to get severe cramps, headaches oftentimes. It's really quite debilitating. A lot of struggle and irregularities as well. So I was born into a culture where we ate animal products, we ate a lot of refined foods, a lot of highly processed foods, artificial foods like dyes, chemicals, preservatives, etc. And not very many wholesome, real foods. And I noticed, let's start. Let me backtrack a little bit. So I was eating those things a lot as well, and not eating healthy foods, not eating very many fruits or vegetables, certainly not a variety of them, colors, and not a lot of whole foods, seeds, nuts, grains, etc. And for a while, I was vegetarian, so I stopped eating animal flesh, but I was still eating a lot of eggs and dairy, and the refined foods, the chemicals, so forth. Also, not eating very many fruits and vegetables. And when I became vegan, and the healthier I have gotten within my vegan journey. So the more I've eliminated vegan junk food, the highly processed stuff, the stuff with chemicals, and the more that I've incorporated in a variety of fruits and vegetables, whole foods, made sure I had a good ratio of raw foods, the better I felt with my menstruation. And when I say variety of fruits and vegetables, I'm talking about the colors. So getting plenty of green and the blues and purples, the yellows, the oranges, the reds, getting whites also, and dark foods as well, like chocolate, pure cacao, like dates and so forth. So the more I've had an inclusion of all of those colors and the whole foods, the fruits, the vegetables, and getting healthy proteins such as seeds and nuts, and beans and legumes, the better I felt, and I have felt quite a bit better. Like I said, I still have some pains. It's not perfect for me, but significantly better. And another aspect of that as well that I've noticed is consumption of water. Um, I used to not pay much attention to what I was drinking. I would just go buy energy drinks or just random drinks, even the ones that seemed healthy. Like, I don't want to really call out names, but the hydrating drinks like Powerade and Gatorade and vitamin water and so forth, those types of things. I used to drink those as well, but what I noticed is they have a lot of dyes. There's a lot of false advertising going on there. So once I got rid of that stuff and started consuming clean water, that has helped me feel better as well. And I do notice that if I allow myself to get dehydrated during my menstruation cycle, I experience more pain. So the more hydrated I stay with clean water, that tends to help me feel better as well, which makes a lot of sense when you think about it, because you're losing water through your blood. So it's extra important to hydrate and replenish your cells needing to rebuild themselves, and I think it helps your overall body build up its immunity and its strength. So that's the diet aspect of it. There have been other things as well. I'm going to show you a couple products and talk about mainstream like tampons and menstrual pads. Because I've stopped using those and I've started using cleaner things, and I feel better, it feels cleaner. I started doing this right around the same time as I went vegan, so I can't say that that's the direct reason. For sure, in sense that in like the scientific method sort of way. However, I can say that intuitively I know it has made a difference because I've felt it. So most of the tampons and pads and things that are sold have been bleached, chlorinated, they have fumes and things added to them, and that doesn't sound or seem healthy. And I wonder how much pain and suffering is directly related to that. So there are other options. There's a couple brands that I see in my store. There's NaturCare and there's 7th Generation, but hopefully there are even more out there as well that are organic cotton and are totally free from perfume and chlorine. It says that in the box over here. Okay, so they sell these in different sizes, like the other ones are sold in different sizes as well. There's different options. And like I said, different brands. And I've noticed and felt the difference with these. I don't have any pads to show you, but it's the same thing with the pads, different sizes, different brands, organic cotton, free of perfumes and dyes, and I can feel a difference, and it feels helpful and more healthful to me. So there's another option that I more recently discovered that I like even better. They're called Glad Rags, and these aren't papery at all. In fact, they're not disposable. You wash them. These are organic pads that are cotton. They're reusable organic cotton pads. And again, it's free of dyes and perfumes and all of that. It says no plastics, perfumes, or adhesives. So these are wonderful. They feel wonderful. I actually don't have the outer part of this right now, but they have them dyed. Some of them are dyed different colors. I think that's just step backwards. So I have these white ones. But this is what the inserts look like. And there's just an outer part where you slip this in, and then it snaps around your panties. And they do a really good job of keeping you protected. I feel safer in them than I do with disposable pads and tampons. It's a little bit complicated if you don't have your own washer and dryer. You have to hand wash them really well. And if you do have your own washer and dryer, there are lingerie bags or laundry bags, bra bags. They're called different things, but they're mesh bags that you can slip them into to help them withstand the washer and the dryer cycles and have them stay intact longer. So those are a couple of things. Teas, there are various types of teas that I found helpful. This is something that I'm actually going to delve back into and do some more research on because I need to. But depending on your issue, there are a lot of herbal teas that can help. There are herbal teas that can help with excessive bleeding. There are ones that can help stimulate blood flow if you have the opposite problem, help regulate, help with stress, help with cramps, and so forth. I also have made chocolate does help. However, I've found that for me, consuming chocolate with sugar is not helpful. So I have fair trade cacao powder, and I make my own using a healthier sweetener. And I actually made a video for that, so if you want to check that out, I think it's called Menstruation Cocoa or Menstruation Drink, something like that. There's also something else that I was drinking recently, carob. It was a carob chai latte, so it was chai tea, carob, and that was really helping me as well. I bought a container of carob, and there was a recipe on the back for soy latte or soy chai latte, and that's how that came to be. And I use a healthier sweetener than regular refined sugar because I find that actually makes the cramps and just me feel worse in general, regardless of whether I'm menstruating or not. So another thing I've noticed is getting exercise, not just during this time or sometimes not during this time at all, but in general throughout the month. Getting a balance of exercise, I think that really helps, and doing various things to relieve my stress, especially while I'm menstruating, but throughout the whole month. I've really found meditation to be helpful. Regular mindfulness meditation, but also various guided meditations to reduce stress. There are specific meditations that you can do to work with cramps and your menstruation while you're menstruating. And that's something else that I would like to do a little more research on and see what else is out there and available on the net. But things that I have done and found success with in the past, I will share with you. Working with the chakras, various chakra meditations, doing a complete chakra alignment, but also specifically the root chakra and the sacral chakra, which are in the area where it has to do with, your whole body has to do with menstruation, but that is the area that is holding the ovaries and having to do with menstruation. So working with those chakras, there are different ways to do meditations with them, just focusing in on those areas, doing visualization of them being healthy, and light. Their orange corresponds to sacral chakra, red traditionally, and black corresponds to the root chakra. Stones, putting crystals on there, and playing. Like I said, there are various ones. You can get chakra music online and so forth. So I encourage you to look for something that resonates with you to do if you're interested in doing that. Working with various crystals I have found to be very helpful. There are crystals that will help with specific issues. So I don't want to get too much into that. I'd rather encourage you to do some research about the healing property of crystals, metaphysical as well as physical healing properties of various crystals. But I will name off a few. A lot of them will be orange or red because of the areas that they're in and the chakras again, but that's certainly not a rule. Again, if you have headaches or something, maybe you'll work with your third eye chakra, and indigo, purple colors, dark blue. So some crystals that tend to help with various menstruation issues or to just promote healthy menstruation. Ruby, moonstone, orange calcite can as well, onyx, black onyx. So those are just a few of them, but like I said, I really want to encourage you to look for yourself. So you could start by looking up the specific issues such as excessive bleeding or menstrual cramps, stress, irregularity, and so forth. You can also start by looking up the chakras, so sacral chakra, root chakra, etc. And find something that's really speaking to you personally and what you're personally going through that might be healing specifically for you. What else do we have? That's just about it. I have found also that there's a lot of negativity around menstruation in this culture. There's a lot of negative programming that's been beaten into us that I think really can affect us physically and affect us with this. If you think things like it's a curse, it's horrible, hearing that you are moody when you're menstruating, or bitchy, or that it's dirty, etc. I think that really weighs a lot on some of us and creates negative thought patterns that create a lot of discord and disharmony and discomfort and struggle. So doing various things to get rid of that, flush out the negativity, flush out that old programming, and to rewire it to more positive thinking, more acceptance of yourself, realizing that that's all, it's just belief systems, it's just negativity, and it's not solid foundational fact. Realizing that you're still worthy and deserving of love and respect during this time, that you're still beautiful, that if you're still worthy and deserving of being having interactions and being social, and that it's not like you should be isolated and away from everyone because you're such a burden and your moods are too erratic and things of that nature. So anything psychologically that helps you to feel better about yourself, feel more confident, and embrace the fact that it's a healthy process, and okay and bringing calm and inner peace and confidence and acceptance and love for yourself can be helpful. I like to do altar work. Actually, I like to sometimes burn candles, for self love, um, calming, relaxing, things like that to actually honor my menstruation cycle rather than hold a grudge against it and be in resistance to it every month. And I found that helpful and useful as well. So I hope this has been helpful for you. Please let me know if you have anything that has been helpful for you that you would like to share with everyone else. Please feel free to leave that below in the description. In the comments below the description. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And I guess that's everything. So thanks for tuning in. I look forward to hearing your feedback. And I hope everyone is well.